You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. You give me money, me give you advice. Good afternoon, Caption Clary. You mean Captain? Or Caption? It's Caption Clary. Great channel. On a quick side note, I'm naming a character in a book I'm writing after you. Don't worry, he's going to be a badass. In his introduction, he's going to execute someone that fell from a space colony refugee and demands that they be treated as the powerful political elite they were before the events of the book unfolded, such as geoengineering, social strife, and so on. It's set in this utopian, post-apocalyptic future where society has split into factions, kind of brought on with some things I have noticed during the Bernie Sanders, Clinton, and Trump campaign. It's an action fantasy type book where this could all happen in a distant future, more or less. We'll talk to Michael Kingswood. He will... I'll read some of his books. He kind of... That's his genre. And that bastard hasn't put me in any of his books. That bastard. Alright, anyway, I came across your YouTube channel a few months ago and have been watching random videos ever since. I find a lot of the advice you give is pretty solid and what I have been saying to people for years. I'm wondering what you would say to someone in my situation. I started in the trades before college, and then 2008 happened, so I lost my job like so many. During this time, I decided, after some research and soul searching, that I want to actually apply myself and go for mechanical engineering, as I was curious about the natural world and how it all works. I love the nice, naive, innocent, and not to pick on you, I'm not picking on you, but I mean, I love it when like people are just like, oh, I kind of like this, and this really is like, fuck you, it's money. No. Like, by the time you're 35, you're like, no, fuck you, does it pay? Fuck it, don't go into it. That's cute, you like Adams. Does it pay? It does? Good. So I went to the local community college and started taking the class while working on the weekends as a security guard. All right, there we go. I did what you talked about before. After a few years, I got accepted in a university for a mechanical engineering program. I messed up in a class or two at the community college and had to retake a couple, and I started below college level. I had a great high school, but I got through community debt-free even after retakes. Fast forward, and now I left college. When you are paying thousands of dollars to take a 300 level class, the professor reads out of the book and you end up teaching yourself, it's going to piss you off. Yep, that's academia. But the short story is that I have my senior year left to finish. Now I'm wondering which way to go. The engineering field is flooded as most of my engineering friends can't find jobs. These are people with internships and solid grades 3.0 and up. I know about 40 engineers and 3 have jobs. Almost all require 4 to 5 years experience. What? Okay. 4 to 5. You're applying for the wrong jobs then, frankly. Also, if you're not a recent graduate, some companies will not hire you as well. So the idea of going back to finish my degree seems like a non-ideal thing at this time, as going into debt for a piece of paper is not an economically sound choice. Option 2. I just got offered my job back in my previous trade, which is just about $60,000, which is, yeah, that's good. I mean, yeah. Which is solid. It will make it easy to pay off my loans for university and still enjoy life. However, trades do not stimulate my mind. Oh, you fucking millennials. I just, is it wrong to want to, I need a punching bag. Look, if you, I know you're new to the channel, but it doesn't, the lies you have been told from your kindergarten teacher to your professors, this bullshit that jobs are supposed to stimulate your mind is exactly that. It's bullshit. You work to make money to then go and stimulate your mind in the free time. Don't become a chick, okay? Don't become a chick where you think that your job is the #1 thing in life, because it will ruin your life. I've tried to explain to women, young women in particular, which I know is like banging your head against a wall, that the value of life does not come from your career. The value of life comes from everything you do outside of your career. Family, friends, loved ones, hobbies, intellectual interests, pursuits, living life. You have got to understand what a job and a career is. It is a place that you give up your time. And it doesn't matter what you do. Took me, now I'm being harsh on you because it took me until I was 30 to figure this out, but I figured it out. I go there to be some corporation's bitch for 8 hours a day. And I learned to stop giving a fuck what I was doing because it doesn't matter. Whether I do what I was trained to do, or even if I want to do it or not, it's still the same 8 hours that goes away. I don't get that back. But what I get in return is money, which allows me to go and enjoy my life the way I see fit. And once I had that switch, once I figured that out, I was like, oh. Now, if you really want to work in a field that you enjoy, that's where entrepreneurship comes in. And this is why I recommend the two-prong approach. Look it up. It's a very popular video of mine. But everybody, and this isn't just millennials, everybody has got to realize that work is not supposed to be intellectually rewarding. It's not supposed to be fun. It's not to provide you value. And especially women. Oh my God, you girls just throw it all away so you can pursue a career. And the lies you girls swallow whole, and most men, about I'm a social worker and I'm a teacher, you are common, you are boring. I'm a lawyer. No, you are a lawyer, but that doesn't have any real value. I mean, you have economic value, but it's not to be rewarding. What is rewarding is going out with your friends. What is rewarding is reading books on philosophy, taking in movies, playing with your nieces and nephews, going on vacation, rafting down the Green River, skydiving, chatting with friends, starting a family, playing with your kids. That's it. You want to look at somebody who's doing it completely wrong. Completely wrong. Look at Marissa Mayer. She became CEO, had a kid, brought in a nanny to raise her kid while she was working. And now, she just got fired, essentially. I know she got bought out. Yahoo got bought out by Verizon. And now she got a compensation package of $186 million. What does she want to do now? No, she doesn't want to raise her kid. Hell no. She wants to go back to being a CEO. That is a lost soul. That is someone who's going to lead a miserable life. Right? Your job is not your life. Your job is where you are somebody's bitch who gives you the money in exchange for your hours of time to go and live your life. Work is a tool. It is not your life. It is a tool to live your life. It is not your life. Are we clear? However, trades do not stimulate my mind, as you could probably imagine, as I have been learning about physics, engineering, and so on. Option 3, I'm looking at the Air Force. I could get to see the world, get a last bit of money for my last year of college, get experience in the engineering field, and get paid to do so. However, once you sign up, Uncle Sam owns your ass. See, well, you understand that. Why don't you understand that about corporate employers? Then the fact that some veterans can't find jobs after, but that could be a field-related issue as well. That being said, this could turn into a lifelong sort of thing that I love and I want to do for the rest of my life as well, as that does happen for some. However, I would have an issue with little Johnny Dipshit being able to tell me what to do. Well, if you got a problem with authority, don't go into the military. The military especially, they're your bitch. To the point you're supposed to sacrifice your life. If you don't understand or appreciate the chain of command and your commanding officer, don't go into the military. Just don't. I had my IQ tested after watching some of your videos, and now I'm getting your book, Curse of the High IQ. The mean distribution of my score is around 127 or so, plus asking for permission to do something when I haven't done so for 15 years doesn't sit well with me either. Yeah, don't join the military. It wouldn't be too physical, as I have played pretty much all the sports and could have been a dude bro if I wanted. You still sound like it. Dude, man, I don't like being told what to do. Oh, fuck, man, I got all the fucking teachers like fucking reading out of the book. Shit, fuck this shit, man. Where's that gotten you? You were going to do pretty well until the housing crisis came. That wasn't your fault. And now, yeah, tradesmen are making damn good money because shit, fucking tradesmen are drunk and they don't show up on time. They're getting arrogant and cocky. There's just a desperate shortage of tradesmen. So you can, obviously, 60 grand is definitely not surprising. I still run, bike, lift weight, and train in the martial arts as well. 2 picture attached, and you can see what sort of shape I'm in. 6 foot 210. Any thoughts would be cool. I'll try to keep it short and sweet. Thanks for your time. What's this price going to go? Okay. I know you presented me 3 options. I'm going to give you a 4th one with a caveat. The opportunity to work right now at this high pay of skilled trades is going to leave again. You know, just like it was a boom back in the housing bubble, there was a boom in the Bakken oil field. This is another housing boom. I would go make your 60 grand a year, start banking away money, pay off your student loans, build up a little war chest. And then in your free time, I would take 1 or 2 classes. Look, you're 3/4 of the way there. You might as well just finish off your college degree. I know everyone's saying, oh, I can't find a job, da 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 da. I understand the hurdles, but let's just take a look. What does mechanical engineers make? It's not that I don't believe you guys that, 3 out of 40 only have jobs. I'm wondering, did you apply out of state? Did you apply elsewhere? Did you go to where the work was? Mechanical engineer, BLS. Let's see what the labor market is telling me. Okay. $84,000 a year still looks good. Let's look at starting salary. Master's degree, not master's degree. Entry level mechanical. Let's go with pay scale. Pay scale. Median 64 salary. Can you just tell me what the fucking entry level is? Look, let's just put it this way. I'm going to trust the macroeconomic data more than I am anecdotes. This isn't to say I don't believe your friends and your colleagues. I believe it. And it is hard to find jobs. But I'm wondering if you also were misled as to how easy it is to find a job. Now, if you're applying for jobs that require 4 to 5 years experience, you and your friends, or well, your friends, because you haven't graduated yet, they're doing it wrong. But if I'm looking at, 75, 84, even 64 on the low end, that's the economy telling me they're paying a lot of money. And don't look, oh, it's only growing at 5%. I know everyone's like, but the Bureau of Labor Statistics says the outlook is only 3%. That's really bad. And it's like, you'd be amazed how bad the Bureau of Labor Statistics is at calculating future demand and growth in industries. But they are taking real-world data retroactively and looking and say, what are the salaries? So it's still better than majoring in sociology. So what I would do, you have the economic opportunity to start making some money. Take advantage of that absolutely right now. Take a class, 1 class a night, just to slowly eat your way at your degree, so that by the time the housing market collapses again, you got yourself a nice little war chest, you have no debts, and then you can go back to school and bang off and polish off your degree. Or, let's say the good times keep rolling, and you slowly finish your degree over the course of 3 years, right? Then by that time, you'll be sitting real pretty when the housing bubble goes away. You'll have no debts. You'll probably have a war chest built up that you'll have nothing else to do. You'll be paying for college at the same time, and then you'll have your degree, and you'll be like, well, shit, I got 50 grand cash and my degree and no debt. And you'll be sitting real pretty then. But the final spin I'm going to put on option 4, I still like the idea of you participating in the military somehow. Because I think every man should do it. And I think, frankly, they'll beat the motherfucking shit out of you so that you get the attitude adjustment you need to realize how the real world works. And the other reason is you're not... Look, if you're 35, you can't join. This is one of those things that you should do now. All right? So I would not join the military full-time, but I would look into the National Guard. Become the weekend warrior. You get a ton of fucking benefits. You get education, health care. That's a huge thing right there. Is your contractor going to pay your health care for you? Probably not. Training, all this other stuff. And then the thing that I kind of wish I had would be the camaraderie and fucking belonging to something bigger than yourself. I know all of you, but you're going to kill him. Well, I understand the pacifist argument. I understand. But I'm approaching this from a more Machiavellian aspect, something that's more opportunistic to you. This is how it's going to serve you, okay? If you can understand, that's the whole idea of a military, is you follow the orders of the guy ahead of you, and you don't question it. Because then you become the nagging wife. Well, why do I have to? That drives me from zero to rage. The few times, well, okay, one gal did that, and then I realized what was happening. But the rare times, even my modern day girlfriend, it's an emergency crisis, which war kind of is. But oh shit, this broke down. Call up Mike again. Well, why do I? Bitch, fucking call up Mike and do it now, or I'll leave your motherfucking ass in the desert. Because you don't realize the speed and the time at which how the battle is evolving. And don't be that. Don't be the nag. You don't nag. Shoot at that hill. Yes, sir. Do 500 put. Yes, sir. Take this toothbrush and go clean the general's toilet that has vomit in it from the party. Yes, sir. Don't even ask. You just fucking do what you're told, no matter how degrading or disparaging. That's the military. So if you could get through that, and honestly, basically, I guess, from my agents in the field who are in the military, they say that basic has been turned into a real pussy fest. So I don't think it's going to be clean toilets with a toothbrush, although you might. But the whole point, you got to follow orders if you're in the military. And that sucks. But once again, once you could get through that, like, yeah, I just do what I'm told and I don't care. Because once again, they own your ass that weekend or those 2 weeks. Then you'll do a lot better. And then you get all the benefits that are conferred upon you from joining the military. All the bennies. You get a little bit of pay too. And so if you do those 3 things, work full-time as a contractor, part-time, a class or 2 here or there in engineering, and then you do your National Guard thing, boy, in 3 years you could set yourself up real pretty. You could part-time it in the military. Who knows? You might actually love the military. Say, holy shit, this is where I belong. And then you're like, well, the engineering degrees. Or maybe you use it. You go join the Civil Engineering Corps. Whatever. If you do those 3 things, school part-time, military part-time, work full-time, you can really not just improve your situation, but put yourself in a very enviable position financially, opportunity-wise. You just have a lot of options. And that puts you on the fast track towards early retirement, a good career, because it's like you're not just there with your engineering degree like your buddy's like, oh fuck, no one's going to give me a job, I'll take the first thing. You could say like, no, I actually do want $55,000. If not, I'll just keep working labor. Hell, with the $60,000 cap, you say, well, I can work $60,000, go in the military part-time and make $80,000 total. You're not going to pay me at least $60,000? Well, fuck you, I'm going to go and play war. So that's that would be in your best interest, but you got to understand you're the military's bitch. You're your employer's bitch. You make the money and then you go live life. Life is not in the military or at work, swinging a hammer. All right, that's it. Hope that helps out. Hope that gives you some ideas. If you guys need advice from America's older brother, the world's only professional asshole, contact me, Aaron Clarey, at assholeconsulting.com. And then, what else? You can buy my books. They're very good books. Every guy should be reading Bachelor Pad Economics. That's just a given. I know it's long, but every guy should be getting Bachelor Pad Economics. And then Reconnaissance Man, that'd be the other one. Even though it's like the least popular, but it's like, no, this is nobody listens. Nobody listens and nobody loves Clarey. All right, that's it. We'll see you kids later. Toodles.